Hey everyone, it's Dr. K. So when active adults are dealing with an injury, I find myself having the same conversation surrounding their injury over and over again. Is it an injury or is it an opportunity? Let me explain, because I really think it's an important conversation to have, and I wanted to share my thoughts around it so you can challenge your own mindset if, it applies to you at some point in the future. So if you picture, an active adult or fitness athlete, and they come in the door for, say, shoulder pain with overhead lifting, or maybe it's back pain every time they're building up to a heavy deadlift or a heavy squat. You're doing the right things, you're following a strength program to improve your strength and your fitness, and you've had a few flare-ups in the past, but at this point, you just can't take the flare-ups anymore. It's gotten to the point where you can't really train through it like you used to, or you used to take a couple of days off and it'd go away, and now it stays there even though you rested. And it's starting to really inhibit, your ability to train and sleep. Now you're starting to really get grumpy and you're bummed out. And at this point, you're losing progress towards your goals, and it's affecting things like playing with your kids. I've been injured before. I've been in your shoes, and it really helps me to understand that the person sitting across from me really enjoys going to the gym. They enjoy going to that 1 hour class. It could be the best hour of their day. That's where they get away from their home and work stress. They have an opportunity to touch base with friends and maybe push themselves in the gym, and that all really feels good to them. It's their personal time. So it's a huge bummer that they have to schedule time out of their day to come into clinic. They're not excited about it, and if I take a step back, I understand that that shoulder pain or that back pain, it might be affecting them for sure. But it's probably not going to kill them, and it won't be the thing that lasts forever. That's actually something to be really positive about. Yes, the pain is a problem, but really it's an opportunity to be explored. You might be nervous or frustrated about your pain and how it's limiting your performance, but what we're going to do is we're going to calm down the muscles and tissues that are aggravated, and we're also going to give you temporary modifications to your training so that you can continue to maintain as much fitness as possible through this injury. Pain is simply a message from our tissues telling us that, hey, we need to change something that's been overloaded too much, and it's not going to take it any longer. And instead of it being scary and frustrating, we're going to take a step back, and we're going to take it as a great learning opportunity. Pain is a message that we have to change some stuff. So maybe it's a strength problem or a mobility limitation that's contributing to this problem. Maybe it's some technique issues that are on board, or maybe there's some weird loading position that's happening. Maybe it's part of your programming or a lack of recovery plan at home. That pain is basically telling you to take a look and change one of those things, and it will be really cool addressing that issue. Now, not only are we going to reduce your pain, but we'll also identify those problem areas to prevent and reduce the likelihood of it happening down the road. Now, you don't want to keep feeling this pain every time you do whatever it is that you did to get here in the first place. So we're going to reduce the likelihood that you'll have that pain when you do that activity. And that's always going to help you increase how much weight you can actually put on the bar, but also increase how successful and efficient you are with things like your running and your daily activities, like hanging out with your kids. So you came in with back pain for during a deadlift, I'm going to say, well, we're going to strengthen your lower back and build you up so that basically your tissues and your joints are going to be able to tolerate so much more load than they previously could. And then that way you're actually going to, have the potential to load it up so much more. Maybe you've been stuck at the same deadlift PR for the last 2 years. And after this strengthening program is done, you're going to be able to have a larger capacity to improve your performance. That's super exciting. That's a long-term game, but you can see how we can build yourself up to a new heavy 1 rep max down the line, and pain won't contribute to that. And you actually wouldn't be in the clinic right now unless pain brought you there in the first place. So we can address things like gaps in your performance, your recovery, and your training, and that's the opportunity I'm talking about. I've experienced pain myself. Pain is a great learning opportunity. So when someone comes in to see me for an injury, I really, just want to take time to address that situation, But yes, you know, we're going to be really good at getting you out of pain, but let me tell you about all the other cool things we're going to look at and address. That way you can perform better, that way you can recover better, that way, you know, even though you're, you know, in a panic mode, we can redirect and focus your attention towards an end goal, which is ultimately, you know, something that we want to improve on down the road for you. You know, that's kind of my thought process around this. I'd love to hear any thoughts that you have on the situation to open up the conversation a bit. You know, I hope that, you know, just kind of reframes and opens up some ideas on how you can bring, you know, some empowerment into a situation like that. You know, if you're in that situation and you need some extra help, you know, by all means, reach out to me. Let me know how I can help. Stay strong, inspire others.